Hey guys, HW. Just starting outside the law courts on Phillip Street in the city. Thought I'd give you a different perspective today. I've already had the nectar, the afternoon nectar, and you'll see that at the end of the vid. And I say goodbye in anticipation of this walk, so I won't be saying a goodbye at the end of this leg. But let's see how far we can go on the vid before it conks out and overheats, or conks out from overheating. 28 degrees Celsius in the city today. It's a Thursday afternoon in the city. No, it's not. Idiot. It's a Wednesday afternoon. Just following those bin chickens around. Yeah, so I thought it might be interesting to walk down Phillip Street rather than the normal Pitt Street or George Street or York Street. So let's head down Phillip Street. Just realised didn't have my sunglasses on. Well, seeing we're here, might as well mention it. So this building here on the corner was the Lint Cafe, where they had the siege back in the day, on the corner of Phillip Street and Martin Place. I think I've mentioned that in a previous vid. If you want to learn a bit about that siege and unfortunate resulting deaths from that, lots of shooting action in the videos, just look up Lint Cafe Sydney siege and you'll be able to find some info on that. Condolences to all the people that lost loved ones in that. That was a shocking incident. So I'm doing this in the afternoon. What time is it? Let me have a look. It's 10 to 4. So I thought I'd make my way down to Circular Quay and then walk along to Wynyard Station from there, just to give a bit of a different perspective, and also it'll give us the opportunity, because I'll go into the train station and it'll give us the opportunity to get a feel of what it's like to head home as a commuter in the city of Sydney. I like this this building, number 8 Chifley. I love how it's got the display that goes up the column there. They have various prints on there, different wording. It looks really cool at night. That bus was keen to stop me from crossing the street. Here's the main Chifley Square that probably a lot of you will remember if you've come to Sydney before. Been in that office tower a few times, a lot of exclusive companies in there. I remember I went for a meeting in there once for a Japanese company, Japanese auto company, and the office was immaculate, high tech, and really fancy bonsai trees for decoration. So I hate to think how expensive they probably were. Just passing by the Wentworth Hotel again, which I caught in one of my last vids. It's called the Sofitel Sydney Wentworth now, but I just always knew it as the Wentworth Hotel. Come up to the corner of Phillip Street and Ben Street now. This building here, this big one here, this used to be the ABN AMRO building. I don't know whether it still is or not. Tell you what, there's a bit of a breeze blowing as well. That guy's keen, he looks like he's jogging home. I used to do that back in the day. I used to jog from Central Station to Coogee on the way in and way out. Back when I was younger and a lot fitter. And on the occasion I'd run all the way from North Sydney. So I'd run across the bridge and then through Circular Quay and then up through Hyde Park and make my way towards Centennial Park and then through there and over to Clovelly and Coogee. That was a fair distance, that run. I think it was about 14 k's or something like that, or maybe about 15. About to pass by Bar Luca, that's got the famous hamburgers, the Blame Canada burger. Was wondering if there's people still eating or whether it's just turned to drinks now. Nah, there's only a couple of drinkers there. One of my previous vids, when I walked past here, we spied one of Australia's former prime ministers catching the bus. Haven't seen him this time though. Sydney Intercontinental Hotel. I'm pretty sure that back earlier in the year when President Biden was supposed to be coming for a visit to Sydney, they had most of this booked out for him, but he ended up cancelling, as you probably would have heard in the news. But I can imagine that was a lot of planning that went astray once he decided to pull out. But yeah, Intercontinental Hotel. That was his choice. Used to have a cigar room in there, I think, or a cigar bar. I don't know whether it still does or not. What's going on down here? There's all these rental vans. Must be just for these workmen cutting up the road, putting in some new services. Oh, what's this joint? Messenger Wine Bar. It's got a secret door, but it actually says the name of the place on it, so hardly secret. But let's walk up this ramp here, just suck in these old sandstone buildings. What's this joint? Oh, this is the old Phillip Street police station. Tell you what, the cops back in those days would have been pretty imposing. Back in those days, you had to be. It was compulsory to be over 6 foot to be a policeman in Sydney, and they didn't mind using the baton to disperse people as well. So. Wouldn't have been pleasant to get a whacking from them. I head across Albert Street here. You can hear the ropes on the flagpole banging against the tin or against the aluminium poles. Few tourists down there waiting for their Uber or their taxi. How are we going to do this and walk through Circular Quay and avoid the sun beaming down on the lens? We might have to go on the other side. We'll walk around the shady side. Camera's going alright so far. Make sure you stick around in the vid too. At the end we go to the nectar spot for the day, have a delightful coffee. Quickly pause on this building over here, right next to Circular Quay. See that big awning up the top, the building there? That's a delightful restaurant called Cafe Sydney. If you come to Sydney, you want to have a really good feed, get in there. You won't be disappointed. Had a really good feed the last time I was there. It's Customs House, so it's above Customs House, and had really good entree main and like an absolutely spectacular dessert at the end. Probably the best dessert I've ever had in my life was in there. Shit, I almost got my head ripped off by those seagulls. Oh, they're fighting over somebody's discarded chips. Yeah, look, starting to get some commuters heading to the ferry terminal. Those ones that live over on the northern beaches, catching the ferry home from the city. The ones out of my old hood, Randwick, catching buses and trams home over here. Yeah, so can you believe 28 degrees Celsius today in Sydney, but then tomorrow it's only going to be 17. It's back to winter tomorrow. It's a little glimpse for that viewer of mine over in New Zealand who loves the Priceline pharmacies. I don't think we've filmed this atrium before. Atrium of the Met Centre. Here we go, here's the commuters, all with their little backpacks on, all heading home. Some of them running to the fridge to get a Bundy and Coke. Some of them sprinting home to play netball or baseball or whatever sport they play after work. Touch footy, Oztag, cricket, indoor cricket, swimming, or maybe just taking kids to sport. Oh, it's a bit dark in here. I hope this shows up on the camera.
Attention customers. Due to ongoing water leaking issues, some areas of the station on water and parking are blocked off and also at a reduced lighting level.
Ah, there it goes. He just said reduce lighting. No SHIT. Of course, the only day they want to film the commute for you, there's no lights. That's my luck. So again, not exactly rush hour, so we're not gonna see the normal crowds, but at least we'll get a little touch of it. You have the up arrows on one staircase and the down arrows on the other, but of course nobody pays attention to them. They come up and down both.
The next train to arrive on platform 4 goes to Phillip Street via Croydon. First stop, Wilson's Point, then North Sydney, then all.
I can't see any of the signs. Oh, here we go. There's one coming up in 1 minute. Perfect. If you ever come to Wynyard Station in the city, in the summer it's stinking hot like it is now, and in the winter it's freezing cold. You see the rail workers over here with the fan trained on them. They just turned it off. It must have starting to get a bit too cold. But yeah, you come in here on a really hot day, it's shocking. So just remember that. And Town Hall's the same. The only station that's like reasonably cool is Central. I'll probably only film a few stations up the North Shore. I won't film all the way to where I'm going.
The train on platform 4 goes to Hornsby via Croydon. First stop, Wilson's Point, then North Sydney, then all stations to Chatswood, then Roseville, Winfield.
I can get that seat up. So this is what it looks like, sitting down in a Sydney train on the way home. Just about to come out of the tunnel in between Wynyard and the Harbour Bridge. I'll stand up. There you go, that's what the view looks like out the west side. And I'll get the east side. See the Opera House over there. Let's get back to the west side. Hopefully you can see through the dirty window, but that's Luna Park down there. And Lavender Bay next to it. Just passing through North Sydney Station now. Going pretty slow, there must be a train in front of us. Can you see the Gumption sign there? So I always walk past here. Oh, here it is. I've gone with the Piccolo, the Savo, because I've already had 4 coffees today. Here we are outside Gumption in the Strand Arcade, the beautiful Strand Arcade. What a delight. Basking in the afternoon sun under the atrium up there. Still there's punters lined up outside Gumption. So yeah, let me enjoy this piccolo. Oh, do you want me to taste some now? Oh, tastes good. See you on the walk. Actually, I forgot. I'm going to put this video at the end, so I've got to say goodbye to you here in the Strand Arcade. So in the Strand Arcade, as I polish off this piccolo, I'll say goodbye to you. Thanks for coming on a little skirt around the city today. See you in the next vid. My mind's not working today. I forgot to do the outro. The video is over.